But if you're gonna use ruqyah, then you need to learn a few things. One, the best ruqyah is the one that you do for yourself. Okay? And people don't understand that. They called me and they said, I went to this person and that person, I got charged money on this. Can you help? I said, have you tried yourself? Like, how could I do it myself? Very simple. Quran is out there. Just open up the Quran. Download the Ruqya PDF or from online. Read Surah Al-Fatiha 7 times. Read the first 5 verses of Surah Al-Baqarah. Read Ayatul Kursi 7 times. Read the last 3 verses of Surah Al-Baqarah and the 3 Qul or the 4 Qul. Qul ya al-kafirun, Qul huwa Allahu ahad, Qul a'udhu bi rabbil falaq, Qul a'udhu bi rabbin nas. That's the Ruqya. That's it. That's very simple. You close your hands together. You say Bismillah alladhi la yadurru, by the name of Allah, that there is no words or nothing could harm me, by the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, okay, or with his name subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wa huwa as-sami'ul alim. You blow in your hand without saliva, without spitting. You just blow, wipe over your face and your body. That's ruqyah. That's it. That's the protection. It's very. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when Al-Hasan and Al-Hussein would leave the house in the morning, he would wipe over their body and their head with the ruqyah. Our children, very simple. All you need to do before they leave to school, read the four Qul, Ayatul Kursi, blow in your hand, wipe over their body, and let them go out. Rasulullah said, if you leave the house and you say, Bismillah, tawakkaltu ala Allah, la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Very, very simple. That's ruqyah. Rasulullah said, you'll be guided, you'll be protected. The angel will make dua for you. May Allah guide you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect you. And may Allah support you. You are under the protection of Allah. That's ruqyah. So it's a lot. It's so simple. Rasulullah sallallahu Aisha radiallahu anha, she said in the hadith that he used to do ruqyah over his body whenever he gets sick. Okay, so when he got sick at the end of his life, he wasn't able to perform it. So I would read on my hand or in his hand, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and I would wipe over his body with it. What does she read? What we just mentioned. That's the ruqyah. Ruqyah is a mean of protection. Okay, that we need to have in our daily life, not when something happened. Like we have to take it as like an antibiotic, 10 days. That's every day in our life. We have to start.
And it's not just for magic or jinn. It's also for physical protection or just protection in general.
I'll tell you a beautiful incident that happened with Ibn al-Qayyim, one of our great scholars of Islam. Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah ta'ala said, I got very sick and I was complaining from stomach pain. So what did I do? I went to Mecca. I brought Zamzam water. I read Surah Al-Fatiha on the water 7 times. So this is what you do. You have, I don't have a glass next to me. So you bring the water right here. And then you take it. You say, Bismillah, this is a cup of water. You put water. You go, Bismillah. You read in it. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin 7 times. You blow. And then he said, I drank from it. Within few days, I felt so good. Now, this is what I tell people to do. Have water in your house that has recitation on. Okay? And the way to recite, I'll show you now with a bottle that's easier so people could see. Have olive oil. The Prophet ﷺ called it "Dahinu bihi fa innahu barakah." It indeed carries a lot of barakah. A lot of study that has been done on olive oil of the skin protection. The benefit of olive oil is unbelievable. So, but all they have to do is what? All they have to do is take that olive oil themselves, read on it Surah Al-Fatiha, Ayatul Kursi. You don't have to go to someone to charge you $500 for olive oil. You don't have to go to a person to charge you $300. In the United States, I don't know about other countries. I know about Australia because I traveled there and I did my workshop and trained brothers and sisters there to do ruqyah. They're crazy. There are people who are becoming millionaires out of this ruqyah business. It's becoming a business. And people could just do it. You at home, why not bring some water, some olive oil, and read on it yourself? And then wipe over your body with it like lotion before you go to sleep. That's ruqyah. it's more simple than what people makes it. I know somebody in our area, mashallah, this person now has a Tesla out of ruqya business. I don't want to ruin anybody's business or life, but I'm saying that people do need to protect themselves in a way that is correct, to rely more upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala than people, to rely more upon the Quran, because it's the same reading that the Rasul did. What's so hard about the 4 qul? Everybody memorized the 4 qul. Teach it to your children. Read it. The mother reads it on water in the morning. She gives it to her children to drink. That's ruqyah. That's the overall. Okay, so that part has to be very clear, because we are falling into a lot of fraud into this business. I've been in this, as I told you, for 20 years. I have seen the in and out of it to a level that a lot of people don't believe what I tell them sometimes. But I have seen it all. I have seen it from the ruqah who are, mashallah, they're benefiting people. And I have seen it from magician side, even up to the magicians, so between, from the ruqah all the way to the magicians, okay? And how they use the weakness of people, the need of people. When someone comes desperately for you to read on them, okay? This person sometimes is willing to pay you whatever you ask for. Why? Because they're desperately in need of help. Well, let me tell you, brother and sister, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, أَمَّنْ يُجِيبُ الْمُضْطَرَّ إِذَا دَعَى. Allah would respond to your call. And I'm telling you right now, no one could help you more than yourself. You feel your own pain, okay? So if you raise your hand to Allah and make dua, your dua is more sincere than my dua, okay? Your reliance upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be more stronger than my ruqyah on you. So I tell people the first mean of ruqyah, can you imagine somebody, they sell, they're selling papers like these, and they read or they write Quran on it today, and then they put it on water and they give it to someone. The person just sent me a video, and they give it to them to drink. And I said, mashallah, okay, there's a sunnah behind this, but how much did you get it for? He said, $300. What do you mean $300? $300 for what? Like, how long did it take the Raqi Aslan to read on water and sell it to people? So I'm always warning people from falling into, the harm of
this
it
is
more than
this
the
is
benefit.
such a empowering message to tell people, because I didn't know that you can do it on yourself either, because everyone I know is hiring sheikhs to come monthly, sometimes to do it for the whole family, or exactly what you're saying, to be honest. And so this is such an empowering message, and also it kind of makes me feel that we are trying to find an intermediate person between us and God, which is technically, I don't know, but is it shirk?
In general, if you rely upon a person and believe in your heart that this Raqi, this is, I agree with you 100% of today, that people are coming to you because of you. And this is the problem with ruqyah. People called me. I said, what's going on? We know that you're expert in ruqyah. Okay, well, then what? Oh, I went to Sheikh so-and-so and said Sheikh so-and-so, but I believe if you read on me. Oh, that's a problem. You stop right here. I am nobody. If you believe I am the one who's going to help you, then even if I'm the best Raqi on earth, it's not going to help. You already fall into, if it's not major shirk, it's a minor shirk, that you made me, you feel that I am the solution. Well, if you don't rely upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then no one could help you out. Which just means we as ruqah, and I tell every Raqi, to purify your heart from this. If you believe that you're the Raqi, if people come to me, even to the Raqi, it could bring in, harm to his heart, to his deen. If he start believing that I am somebody, he could even fall into Ibn Taymiyyah alayhi rahmatullahi ta'ala, when he would read on someone who are possessed with jinn, okay? The jinn would speak, and if we have time, we can speak about this. The jinn will say to Ibn Taymiyyah, I will go out of that body because of you. Just as a favor to you. Ibn Taymiyyah says, if you're going to do me a favor, then don't do it. If you're not going to leave for Allah, then don't leave. Because if you know, so, if it was me today, I would be like, mashallah, you know, he's leaving because of me. What happens here? You're weakening your iman, your faith, your aqidah. So the jinn is getting more power against you. They won't leave, by the way. If you start getting that feeling that he's doing it for me, then Allah will say, taraktuhu wa shirka. Allah would leave you to what you commit shirk to. Let's see if you can help out. So you know, the first point, the most important point, that ruqyah could be done in the house. So give me one second. I wanna show people, you know, this very simple tool and method. This is water right here. Okay, this is what you need to keep in your house. If it's Zamzam water, alhamdulillah, regular water is fine. You put your mouth in it, so you breathe. You read Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, 7 times. Okay? So this water, now, after I read the Ruqyah, Ayatul Kursi, the 4 Qul, it has Ruqyah. And we actually tested in one of the lab with Zamzam and the reading, and they said there are components that we don't understand. This is non-Muslim. So you take it now. Olive oil, you do the same thing. Okay? Now you have water and olive oil in your house. What can you do? You could drink from it, okay? You could shower with it. So I would say mix it with a 5-gallon, 10-gallon water. You could spray the corners of your house if you feel, if you see shadows in your house, if you hear voices, if your kids are not sleeping well, if you yourself is irritated, you have sleeping problems. Try this out. Olive oil recommendation. Before you sleep, here you go. You take some olive oil, you rub it over your body, you know, from head to toe, and then go to sleep. All right? This, when I wake up in the morning, I'm going to shower with this water that has ruqyah on it, my body. I'm going to drink from it if I have any pain or any problem. That's ruqyah. Here. That's it. Now, if you come to me, I'm going to do the same thing. I don't charge money personally, you know, and I'm not saying...
Wait. Okay.
Sorry, charge
you
money.
Cut off for a second.
So I'm not saying it's haram to charge money. I'm not saying people, because this for some people it is source of income. It is source of risk. It's their full-time job. Okay, so if people are doing it as a full-time, I myself travel all over the United States and out of the States to train ruqa, you know, all the time. And I tell them, if you're gonna free your time for it, then you're getting paid for your time to help people out. But make it reasonable. I personally, and people who know me for 20 years, have not charged a penny ever in my life. It doesn't mean it's haram, but be reasonable. But I tell people, the first thing I tell people, have you tried yourself? There's a very a viral video that is going on Twitter right now of me speaking about this topic, and subhanAllah, it's just out there right now. A sister who's afflicted with black magic. She herself struggled for over 10 years. She came to everybody. So somebody goes, Allah khayran, a brother just told her, he said, have you tried night prayers? Qiyamul Layl. When she tried Qiyamul Layl and we read on her, the jinn told us where the magic was. After 10 years, 2 rak'ah Qiyamul Layl for 15, 20 days. Wow. She's done. She did it herself. So I told her, you don't need anybody. You truly don't need anybody. But sometimes there are cases where they do need someone to help out. Okay? They need someone to read on them. Easy thing today, and I'll be very frank on it. I know a lot of people will hate me after this, especially the ruqa, but it's becoming now, as I said, a business. So a lot of people just say, I read on this person, it feels like they have evil eye. With all the respect, we all have evil eye. And this is something very broad. What do you mean evil eye? How do you know? This is the thing. How many times have you read on the person? What are the signs that you notice? And these signs could also be, as I said, mental signs. There are a lot of people who are stressing, just a stress. Okay? You need to bring them comfort. You tell the person, do you pray? No, I don't. Okay, do you fast? No, I don't. Do you go to the masjid? No, I don't. Do you hang out with good friends? No, I don't. Then what do you expect? And Even ruqyah right now, what is ruqyah gonna do for you? What am I gonna do for you? Like, if I'm gonna read on you, what benefit will I bring you if you don't, if you're not closer to Allah, if you're not relying upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if you don't trust Allah in your matters, if there is nothing that you're doing to help out, you know, a lot of sisters fall into the ruqa, a lot of sisters fall into fraud raqi, and I tell her, she goes to someone, sister, it's becoming, even with all, you know, I don't like to say these things, but there are cases out there right now, sexual harassment, physically touching, the Raqis touching a sister's body, and then the sister is saying, like, what can I do? I think this is, what do you mean? Why would you let someone touch you? Why not put your hand over your own head, say Bismillah, Allahu Akbar, if you're able to do it. When it gets to the level where you pass out, if you listen to Quran, okay, your body, you feel a lot of body pain and ache that you cannot continue the ruqyah yourself. When you put a headphone on, you put your headphone on and listen, okay? Then the person starts screaming, they start shouting, they start moving around. This person needs someone to be there to read for them so they could handle the situation. Again, it doesn't mean they're possessed, but they just need outside help. I think
we had a case like this recently. I don't know if they booked with you. I recommended that they do. But the mother, I think, had these issues where she was, I don't know if it was she was feeling ill when she was listening to the Quran and she couldn't continue reading it. She couldn't pray, and this was not normal for her.
Well, the issue, a lot of people are mentally prepared for that, and this is the problem that I want. When you listen to Quran, do you cry? Exactly. So if you cry, it doesn't mean you have jinn. It doesn't mean you're possessed. It doesn't mean you have magic. It's just a feeling. It's an emotional feeling. So I'm not gonna run to a Raqi and go visit him every week because I cry when I listen to Quran. That's actually a good sign. If you cry when you listen to Quran, that's a good sign. So cases that are severe and they need help are very minor, believe it or not. So a lot of time when people send me or they call me at Faith Consultant, when people book an appointment, I tell them sometimes, don't call again.
I know.
There's nothing. You do. Seriously, there's nothing wrong with you.
They email us and say we want to book with him again, and he's not letting us.
Because they're just paying money for what? I already told them. Have you followed the instruction? If you go to a doctor today, okay, I'm not saying we are like doctors or the ruqa are like, but we are dealing with the hearts here, and we have to explain to people. If you go to a doctor and he prescribed medication for you, okay, you go home and you don't take it, then what's the point of going the second time? What's the point of returning to this doctor and asking him for a different medication? He already prescribed something. You haven't started. I tell people, have you read on water? No, we haven't. The water I gave you, did you use it? No, I didn't. The olive oil? No, I didn't. I still have problems. Well, I can't do it. I don't have time for it. There is nothing I could do. Fix your relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah will help you. What else? What magic do I have in my words or my ruqyah? As I told you, your ruqyah is more beneficial than my ruqyah. Okay? There are people out there who, when they fall sick, they just read Al-Fatiha and they feel good. Why is it when the Sahaba used to read Al-Fatiha, they would be, healed? And today, I'll tell you something. People spend $3,000-$4,000 to travel to Mecca and drink Zamzam. Why is it that they come back with more sickness? The same water of Zamzam that we drink today, they drank it back there. Okay, we have it today in Mecca. It's the same Zamzam water. I drink it. I don't feel any difference. Somebody else drink. Why? Because we are lacking the trust, the faith. We're lacking the faith in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why we fall into fraud ruqa. We fall into more harm. Can you believe that somebody, I'm not going to say which country, in the States, a doctor, he sent to that person out of the state and he sends him a box of amulets, ta'weez. And that's a broad topic. We could talk about that inshallah other time, because this topic needs good 3-4 hours to explain every part. Okay, ta'weez. He sent him papers. You know, I would be okay if somebody sends paper that has ta'weez. Not okay that is okay, it's fine. But I would try to, you know, get rid of it. But this paper was this literally, this is the paper the guy sent. $3,500. He didn't even, I told him the magician didn't even do work. He didn't even write a word on it.
Yeah.
And this is protection.
Yeah.
What's a mess? You know, okay, give sadaqah. Go out to the street and take out, you know, $100. Give sadaqah. Look at the power of sadaqah, that it will change your life. Okay, then those ta'weez or those paper of amulet. Now, if I drink water and I feel a lot of pain, if I use olive oil and I have rashes, if I sleep at night and I see more nightmares, then now I could go and ask someone for more help, a specialist in it. Okay, if he gives me something, let's move on with it and use it. The number of people who are possessed with magic or not evil eye, magic or jinn, we're talking about 5% only or less from the cases that we get. So out of 100 people, or let's just say out of 10 people, okay, there are 9 people who are stressed, mental problems, issues in their life, and only 1 person who might have a problem that is really serious, that needs a Raqi or a special. Can you imagine? But the problem is the nine people wants to do ruqyah. They believe there's something wrong. I tell them, we hear voices at the houses. Okay, here you go. I'm gonna get a bottle, read the ruqyah on it, play Surah Al-Baqarah. Rasulullah said if you play Surah Al-Baqarah, it protects you for 3 days. No jinn will enter, no shaitan will enter your house for 3 days. Okay, I take this water, here you go, on a spray bottle, spray the corners of my house. Done. My house is protected. Now, can you believe somebody calling me at 2 o'clock to go to their house because they have jinn? Okay, no problem. I went to their house. What ends up happening is what? There were some cats in the ceiling, but he couldn't dare to go up there and check it out. So he needed someone. Now at 2 o'clock, there's some cats making noise. Khalas, done. We cannot stress so much about it. But I know there are people out there. I don't want to make this seem like a little thing, but I know people out there who are possessed with black magic. I know people who are out there who are afflicted with evil eye. Evil eye, by the way, it's the most common irritation of someone's life. And I'll tell you right now, if you think someone gave you evil eye, okay, the easiest protection is to go and ask them for water of the wudu water, and then take a shower with it. Okay, I told you this topic is unbelievable. This topic is more like we do need time for each section by itself, like evil eye, black magic, you know, ruqyah, and so on. But this is simple. Let's say I can't go and ask someone because they're my family member. They are.
We will offend the person.
Okay, here you go. This
we would offend them
for people. Khalas. Okay, I'm gonna give you a secret gift only for this show right now. Okay, invite them to your house and give them dates, and take the seed. When they eat it, it touches their saliva. Put a plate in front of them. Collect the seeds. When they leave, take those seeds, place them in water, okay, and let them stay in water for like few hours. Then take that water and shower with it. If they are the one who afflicted you,
how would you know?
It will be
like
done.
For me, what I always say is everyone says it's evil eye, it's this, it's that, and then sometimes I just say, you know what? Why don't you just hold yourself accountable? You were speeding, you crashed your car. You know, were wearing the wrong thing and you fell. You're wearing heels and you fell because you don't wear them often. You didn't study, so you failed your exam. Like I don't know. I feel like it's used so often that people don't hold themselves accountable, and I want to know, like, how do we know it's evil eye versus just something you did wrong?
There is evil eye is the most common diagnosis from the ruqah, and it's the hardest to prove. And it's the easiest to say. That's the problem. That's what I'm saying. People are making it, okay, you come to me, you don't look normal today. You have evil eye. We all have it. Evil eye it could happen. You could give yourself evil eye. Allah said, وَلَوْلَا إِذْ دَخَلْتَ جَنَّتَكَ قُلْتَ مَا شَاءَ اللَّهِ. Why would he say mashallah when he enters his own garden in a surah that we read every week on Friday, Surah Al-Kahf? Because he gave himself evil eye. He himself said, wow, look at my garden. You could say that to yourself. You wake up in the morning, you dress your hijab, you know, all colors and so on. You look at yourself in the mirror, you're like, man, I look good today. That's it. That's evil eye.
Okay.
That's evil eye. So I am saying, how could I protect? Number one, whenever I see something, I say mashallah. Or whenever someone sees me and says something, I remind him to say mashallah, or I should say mashallah myself. If something happened right there at the spot, you're holding your phone, okay? Oh, mashallah, sister, you have a new, you know, whatever phone you have. I'm not going to advertise for Samsung or Apple, but oh, nice phone. It drops, you know, the screen breaks. That's evil eye, okay? That's easy, okay? And I cannot fix it too. There is evil eye that you could fix, evil eye that you can't fix. How am I going to fix my phone? Gone, okay? Somebody sees your car, you have a crack in the window, or you have an accident. That's evil eye, and you can't fix it. But you could protect yourself from it. The adhkar, whoever says, Bismillah, alladhi la yadurru ma'a ismihi shay'un fil ardi wa la fis sama'i wa huwa as-sami'ul 'alim, 7 times, protected. When you leave your house, Bismillah, tawakkaltu Allah, la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah, protected. In the morning, adhkar, protected. And then anything that happens after that, then, you know, it's the qadr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But then there's evil eye that is continuous harm. You have headache. You had a sister who got married. She was at a wedding, and she was a newlywed too. You know, they saw her. You know how sisters are with the wedding. They go, mashallah, fully covered, and they're free inside. They feel like, I personally have a problem with that, because you don't know who's there. So those sisters who were there at the end of the wedding, they were sitting down. She was sitting, you know, dancing with her friends, close family. They were like, you know, they start commenting on her body. Can you imagine this sister drop, say from 80 kilo to like 50? Doctors did diagnose, blood tests. She went to the hospital. They had her on IVs. Nobody knew what was going on. A Sudanese doctor told her, this is in the US, he told her father, have you tried spiritual healing, ruqyah? The father called me. He said, what do you think? I said, do you know those people? He said, yeah. I said, tell them to make wudu and take their water, the water that comes out of their wudu, and give her to shower. Can you imagine, in the morning, she was on an IV. When she took a shower with this water, at night time she was released from the hospital completely fine. That's evil eye. That's a flick. But sometimes we wouldn't even know who did it. So here you go. Very simple. Same water. You read on it yourself, the ruqyah, with full trust in your heart, and then shower with it. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, till it's